All right, people. Sorry for all of that. Still trying to work out a bunch of issues and different things. Trying to liven up the streams, but all it's doing is like crashing streams. Okay, but we're gonna get it figured out. We're gonna get it sorted out. You know, want the streams to be fun. They've always been fun, but you know, we're trying to liven them up even more. So I still have the Rocky Port and Wangji video coming out soon. It's partially edited, but Chrissy and I had some family over this week, so didn't get to that. But we are here for 1060. TCB put out a warning at the beginning to, you know, stay away from all spoilers, everything like that. It was pretty easy to do that, you know, because I was already busy anyway. So Sure. Yep. All right, good. Audio is good. We're here. We're live. We're doing it. Shout out to everybody that joined in the, you know, pre-stream. All right. My guy Ty's in the chat. Saw him. Joined at Lavish Bracket. We got the Stream Deck. Ever since I updated OBS prior to the Crocodile Summit, the Stream Deck has been kind of crashing things. So I think we're going to go old school and see what happens from there. Yeah. So we're back. I've turned the Stream Deck off, unfortunately. Maybe not for everybody else, but for me, because I do like it. I do like it. Let's get into this. We lost a lot of people, but we're going to make this happen. All right. Shout out to Artelis for the sub. Getting the OST popping here. Okay. And getting the chapter up. It's about to get spicy. Okay. Luffy's dream? Luffy's dream. Guys. Are we going to find out? Like Are we about to find out Luffy's other dream? Like where the birds go into the air and everything, you know, the same dream that he shared with Roger? Is that what's about to happen here? Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Okay. We've got Gear 5 Luffy on the front cover of Jump. Okay. Once again, confirmation that the boy has red eyes. All right. Another one. People were like, don't trust the official merchandise. Trust the official merchandise. Ooh, look at this color spread. This is a recreation of another color spread, isn't it? This is like a pre-time skip color spread, but with all of the current Straw Hats. There's totally one where there's definitely one that's really similar to this. I definitely remember something like this. Be happy, One Piece. All right. Ooh. Oh, man. No way in hell. This is a lie. He'd never kill Vivi's dad. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ah. Are we gonna get the lore? Is it time? Is it Vivi time? Sabo wouldn't do something like this in a million years. I'm with you there. The Revolutionary Army is against the world nobles, not regular kings. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Oh my god. Someone in the chat said, just read. I will take this at whatever pace I want to. This is what I've been waiting for. Revolutionary Army declares war on celestial dragons. King Cobra of Arabasta assassinated by Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff Sabo. His daughter, Princess Vivi, is missing. Okay, this we know. Let's get some new information. Set course for Arabasta right now. Like I've been saying, what good is that gonna do? The man's dead. Ooh, Zoro with the savagery. Besides, Vivi was last seen as Marijoa. Oh, what are we heading to Marijoa? Damn it, not good. Oh, it's too muffled to hear. So, sorry for all of the carrot crate bros. It's caribou in the crate. Caribou's in the crate. Caribou, 10th straw hat. I'm kidding. No, but I mean, this. I'm just gonna be spamming this. This is that's really all that needs to be spammed right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, moving on. You moron! That's the den of the enemy. You want to take on the Navy? You want to take on Navy headquarters? Damn straight. What's wrong, Zoro? You chicken? Simmer down. I'm just saying we don't have any leads. Where are you, Vivi? How are you feeling? Please be safe. I just need like this is setting up like this is typical Oda where like we're setting this up and then we're gonna cut to it and I need that. I need that. I need that. Chopper, Vivi's dad is dead. Thank you, but he was so nice to us, even as pirates. He was the best king around. Oh, I'm torn between worried about Vivi or worrying about how she's taking all of this. Shout out to Nami. She's going through it, spinning around. I needed this. I needed this. The Loner 23 said, have no fear, the Loner is here. Sup, man? Sup, I'm reading peak fiction. How could I not be having an amazing time? Jinbei, seems like this year's reverie was quite tumultuous. This is the same bro we met in Dressrosa, right? Never known anyone to be discontent with the way Arabasta is ruled. Brook, showing his age there. Has he been there? Maybe. Potentially. Did he know one of the former kings? He may have. Man's 90 years old. And he had adventures. I can't take it anymore. Vivi, where are you? That does it. We're gonna go save her. Let's do it. Oh, you knock it off, Luffy. Remember what you said about Ace that one time? Ace has his own adventures. You trusted him to make his own way up until the point where he actually needed help. Zoro, I love you, brother. And this is like this is the Zoro I love too, by the way. Like, everybody calm down. I'm the rational one right now. Things are going down. Let me put this into perspective for you. But right now you're at a base. All right, why? Because this involves the queen and we need to get her back on the ship ASAP. Okay? So why underestimate Vivi? She can hold her own. Okay, all right, Zoro spitting. She can. People think she can't, but she can. All right. Adjust your, power scaling accordingly. Zoro just said Vivi can hold her own. He knows. That's a Straw Hat Pirate. All right. Gas me up, Oda. Gas me up. You're an Oni. An Onigashima. You're a green Kaido. A green mom. Krabby Moss head. Oh, man. Shut it forth. Oh, my God. He didn't care about everybody else clowning him until Sanji jumped in. There were a lot of developments. Robin's got a newspaper in her hands. All right. While we were in Wano. And things seemed to be escalating fast. We got Sanji and Zoro duking it out in the back. The abolishment of the warlords drove those elite pirates back to the seas. As a result, the Cross Guild was founded. And Buggy the bombastic clown became an emperor. There has to be some mix-up. Keep talking about Vivi. I want to know... This is... Yeah, alright, whatever. Luffy, there are other familiar names in here. Would you like to hear the news about them too? I'll leave it up to you. Just tell me if there's anything big to keep an eye on. Okay, I'll do that. Wouldn't want to overload you with information. Oh, God. I want to get overloaded with information. Sabo's innocent. Definitely. He had a real strict upbringing. He just wants to make sure no one else has their freedoms taken the way he did. Are we getting a little Luffy flashback here? Here comes the dream. I want to see the world and write a book about it. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shout out to the 1,000 people in here. The three of us swore an oath, me, him, and Ace. And I said I'd... Are we not going to find out? He's just telling the crew? Did you just say what? Too much. Well, there's no way anyone can do that. But I'll have a shot if I become king of the pirates. I don't even know how you come up with this stuff. Huh? I've never mentioned this to any of you before? Nope.
Another one.
But it wouldn't have made much of a difference, since it's impossible. That means I only told Shanks, Ace, Sabo, and I guess that's it. How did they react? They all laughed. Oh, and Shanks had some tears rolling down his face. Because it's what Roger said. That's what I want. At the end of my dream. Ooh, Oda. He's holding it back. He's holding it back. Oh, man. I mean, it's got to be about, it's got to be about liberating everybody. Freedom. Savage. Like, bringing the world together. It's just world peace. One piece. P-E-A-C-E. That's what it's got to be. Jinbei's laughing. Well, I joined this crew willingly, so I can't exactly say it's not my problem. I sure picked a troublesome captain. And let's also keep in mind now that Caribou, who is always around for, private information, is also getting this information too. It's awesome, Luffy. Your dream's amazing. Sure sounds like you. We've got Nami here doing the Robin from the you know, that's the pose Robin always does when she joined the crew, and when we had the little Robin flashback in like 1020, 1021. Since you gotta be Pirate King to even make that possible, we better find that last Lord Poneglyph. Then it's off to left. They'll make it sound so easy, Frankie. It's been a long time since that Poneglyph was last seen. It's been a long time since that Poneglyph was last seen. We don't even have a clue on where to look. Alright, we're moving somewhere else. This has to be where things are gonna get nutty. Oh boy. Shout out to Shooter Ali for joining the channel. Benjamin8394 said, finally caught a stream live from Australia. Appreciate you. I mean, it's got to be a crazy time right there, you know, so appreciate you tuning in. Said, needed to see the reaction carry on Savage Pirates. Shout out to Maria. Said, shout out to Randy and all channel members. What a chapter. I'm lucky to be in this streaming since I work on cruise ships and my schedule is crazy, but I'm on vacation now. Cheers from Brazil. Amazing. Thank you, Maria. All right. Navy HQ, the New World. We've intercepted a transmission. Oh! Ooh-wee! All right. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Is Vivi with Sabo? She's gotta be. It's from Flame Emperor Sabo to the Kamabaka Queendom. Where's it coming from? We have to pinpoint the origin. He's not using a white transponder snail to jam his call. We talked about this. Revolution Army has special transponder snails to jam signals, which obviously he's not using. He must be desperate. Doubt he'll speak for long. Yeah, because they got slapped. They had to have gotten slapped somewhere where he couldn't use it, and he had to figure something out. We've traced his position. Where is he? Lulucia Kingdom. Lulucia. Do we know where that is? Is that... What was that kingdom where... In chapter 903, when Kobe was saving Rebecca and the rest of everybody from Dressrosa, the pirates had kidnapped a princess. Was that Lulucia? Because I feel like that name checks out. That might be that. I don't know. Well, you know, I'll look at the chat a bit. Lulucia, really now. Ooh, emu. All right. Okay. Okay. It's one of the 8 nations that rebelled a few days ago. It would be an ideal place for Sabo to seek refuge. Oh. I see. He's an unlucky man. No, this is fate. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Milk Girl cover story. Oh, okay, so Lulucia was 904, where the Revolutionary Army went. Moda, right? Okay. All right. Kamabaka Queendom. Sorry. I know I've caused you a lot of trouble. I knew it was like... I feel like we had heard about it, you know, like somewhere, you know, during the reverie. I know I caused you a lot of trouble, so... Glad to hear you're safe. Dragon. Oh, Sabo's looking rough. Okay. All right. I wasn't the one who killed King Cobra. Another one. All right. Let's see. But I mean, of course, right? I mean, I'm still going to take it. Of course not. Perish the thought. I totally had faith in you. We knew you were innocent, Sabo. All right, we got Hack there. Inazuma, first time seeing Inazuma in a long time. We got Morley, Ivankov, a Lunarian in the back, looks like. They were there 2 chapters ago, or whatever it was. Bello Betty, drawn very poorly. Koala. Okay, listen, when I was in Marijoa, I saw something unbelievable. Unbelievable. The sky's getting dark. Are those clouds? Lulucia Kingdom, the New World. It's almost like there's something huge up there. You heathens will regret this. Wait, that's the princess that got kidnapped. Isn't it? Isn't that the one that was in the submarine? Yeah, King of Lulucia, Seki, Princess Komane. Okay. Make sure they leave a few for me, Papa. I'll never forgive these dirty plebs. When Navy HQ gets word of this treason, you'll all be impaled. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Your Majesty, no, I mean Lord Seki, please just confess to your crimes. We don't want to kill you. It happened in the throne room at Pangea Castle. Oh, we got Emu with the eyes, Sabo, Lulucia. Cut the signal to the surveillance division's transponder snails. I thought there was no king of the world, but the empty throne wasn't empty. I saw... Oh god. Oh god. As far as the surveillance division is concerned, what is up there, a shadow? No one detected anything abnormal today. Oh, I'm sorry. No information was intercepted. As for Lulucia... God. That country never existed. Emu just, like, L-Thored an entire island from the sky? Oh my god.
It's free real estate.
What power is this? What is this? What is this? Because this blows out of the water everything that emu's water backwards in Japanese, to have the water fruit, unless that is water, but such a large amount of water that it, you know, because water can destroy things, but...
Savage.
That looks like this island just got nuked. God. All right, I gotta see the next page. I'm glad if that was the end of the chapter, that would have been like, that would have been crazy. Unless this is an ancient weapon. Is this Uranus? Hold on. The sky, right? Ancient weapon, mass destruction here. This could be an ancient weapon. And there could be some sort of gigantic creature controlled by Emu in those clouds making this happen. Like a Sky King. All right. We're getting crazy. The next page. Next page. Next page. But a moment of silence for everybody in Lulucia, maybe even Sabo. All right, they're packed up.
Savage.
They're packed. We have reports of sea quakes off the southeastern shore, so please be aware of tsunamis. A few days later, aboard the Thousand Sunny, short time skip. I'm scared and it's freezing. They're in a cold zone. Watch out for icebergs. We've got new drip. We've got new drip. Furl the sails. The wind is too strong. We're close to making land, Nami. Landing somewhere? Okay. Feels like we've entered an island's climate zone. This is what I wanted most of all. Somewhere completely unexpected. Somewhere we just would never know. Now, the idea was Sphinx. But I am totally on board if we're going to a winter island. Aren't you looking dashing, Chopper? He got himself a little amigasa. Heading out on deck. I'm digging Robin's drip. Nami's looking like Drum Island. My man Chopper said, verily? Hee hee hee. Verily. Tama gave me this hat to shield me from the snow. Ha ha hee hee hee. Verily. Yes. All right. Now, anytime Chopper talks, he's gonna talk like that. Hee hee hee. Verily, Tama gave me this hat to shield me from the snow. I'm heading out on deck. I'm Tony Chopper, the cotton candy lover. Ha ha, verily. Oh my god. All right. Hey Nami, what in the world is that? What are you? What is that thing? It's like a giant warm eddy? An eddy current? But it's going upward. I'm gonna have to brush up on my... Don't know much about an eddy here. Must mean a mass of warm water is being forced up at this point from somewhere. Okay. Ooh. It looks like an apro. Oda is schooling us today. Schooling us today. A rapid temperature change is dangerous. We've got to run, Jinbei. We'll be swallowed up. Leave it to me. Wait, somebody's trapped in the water? For real? How could anybody be alive in there? Is it a mermaid? No, he's right. I can definitely hear a lady in distress. Through a body of water? What? Is Zoro wearing his coat like a cape? Sanji's got his birthday on his jacket. Alright. You guys serious? Even if someone's in there, what are we supposed to do? Is this how, like, Oda shoehorns Shirahoshi back into the story? Cut it. Better not leave a scratch on the lady. One sword style. Itoryuiai. Bird dance. He really cut it. Hey guys, what is all the commotion? Amigasa Hat Chopper here, reporting for duty. Verily, the wind is too strong. Ha ha, verily. Chopper, why'd you come out? Luffy! You're getting blown away too? Plop? Plop? Are we falling into the water here? A kid popped out. I know Chrissy's happy. She loves jewelry, Bonney. What is going? Ah! Oh my god. Okay. One of the worst generation. The Jewelry Bonney. Bounty, 320 million. She never got an increase here. Okay. A chance meeting, but she's small. Yeah, because her power lets her do that. The editor, but she's small. Who could have done that? Could it have been Amigasa Chopper? Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Banger.
Anyway, very, very good. That gets 10 Goldblums out of a possible 10 Goldblums. That's my highest rating.
W's in the chat from my guy Ty. Lavish Bracket Ty. Guild Ty Zoro. The GOAT. My man said, her at Fish Pace and Chopper. We are shooketh. Verily. Verily shooketh.
Lavish bracket. In a lavish bracket. Gotta have it. Racks, I gotta have it. Beat my fabric. Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you
oh my
can
god.
track it. Savage.
Oh my god. 1,300 people in here. Oh my god. All right. RIP all of the people of Lulucia. Like, but you know what? They sounded like they weren't that great of like a kingdom. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and read that. Not that I'm justifying genocide. I'm just saying, you know, is it that big of a loss? Now, if Sabo is, you know, actually gone, I mean, Sabo somehow could I was gonna say could Kuma have been there and knocked him away or something, but Kuma's at Kamabaka, so that's not gonna work. That was a stupid thought for a second there. Oh my god. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Like, comment, subscribe if you are feeling the vibe. Okay, subscribe. Verily subscribe. Let's get into these chats. This is insane. Movahed Sadeghi said, Captain, so Emu is Uranus? Yeah, probably. Now we know the potential of ancient weapons since one is ruling the world.
Savage.
Crocodile and Pluton marriage is too fun now. Ace 2532, Bonney is our direct link to the Reverie. We are going to find out everything from her. I wanted it to be Vivi, but I'm okay with this. Also, if Emu doesn't control Uranus, he has a busted fruit or a nuke in his back pocket. Yeah, the nuke fruit. Lucy B said, well, look at this goofy friendly manga where the main villain just committed genocide. Why did Emu not use that in Ohara or something? That's a good point. That's a good point.
Savage.
That's a good point. It's like, I don't care if you find out the ancient history, but if you're going to out me? Me? I don't know. But maybe they didn't have Uranus uncovered during Ohara. That's the only way Oda gets out of this. But then at the same time, it's like, geez, you know, any Buster call, just, you know, do it up.
Savage.
Maxo. I'll pitch my idea I had yesterday here too. Thinking the world government extracts life energy and hockey from slaves to charge the ancient weapon. That's okay, alright. Also, why Kaido was doing that on Wano.
Another one.
Shout out to Jacob, member for 2 months, said, how many islands have been packed up that way? I mean, is God Valley there? Is that why, you know, is that why Garp, you know, just can't stand them or anything like that? I don't know. I don't know. I need a minute to just breathe for 1 second here, and then we're gonna get into these chats. This is absurd.
Savage.
Okay. All right. Everybody's got my full attention now. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Savage.
Wow. All right. Now everybody's got my full attention. Okay. Diz of the Ghost, my guy. Last week, implied assault. This week, casual genocide. Go to. Relax. It's not that serious. All right. I just. We're here. Very motivated. Member for 17 months. Yo, good, Randy. That was a long step outside, brother. I needed it. I needed it. I mean, you read what I read. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oscar Cruz, member 15 months. Even Sunny had a reaction shot from the dream. Oh, I need to go back and read that. I think I missed that. I'm going back real quick to that. What? Oh man, these, like, This is just Oda's 3 for 3 right now. He's 3 for 3. Oh, Sunny having the reaction? I mean, you could argue that, but it's more so Oda pulling back and like having that like wide thing where it's, you know, when we get to the anime, it's a collective of the entire, you know, squad going, oh, like, you know, and they're just like, what? Like that's what that is mostly. It's not like the Sunny had like a change in their face, and it's not like in Water 7 where it was like implied that Mary was crying at one point, you know. But it's a you know, cool thing to think about. Jake Brown said, okay, so if you've ever seen Jobless reincarnated, this might be like an explosion from that, because I really don't see why they would use why they wouldn't use it on Kamabaka. I mean, yeah, right? Dragon, they know where Kamabaka is. Dragon is there. He's the most wanted man in the world. But
another one.
Emo told Sabo to keep their name out of his mouth, literally. Yeah. King J said, this attack has to have a cool-off time or some drawbacks, because what is stopping Emu from one-shotting Kamabaka? Yeah. Knowing Dragon's location now and the phone tapping. Yeah, there's got to be something. Lucky98 said, when the weapon hit, it looked like Sabo was looking to the side while everyone on Lulucia was looking up. So Sabo could have been just off to the coast. Possibly. Yeah. Jose, welcome to the channel. Thank you. Alexander Massaro said, yo, Randy, don't think that shadow in the sky looks similar to those we saw in 450 after Thriller Bark? Maybe. I mean, maybe there's a correlation there. I mean, we still haven't gotten an answer on what those shadows, you know, exactly what those shadows were. You know, I've argued that they could be, you know, something ancient weapon related, you know, land kings, sky kings of some sort, you know, on the same level as Zunisha. There could be a correlation, but I think that those things in 450 are more like what Zunisha is, and that this could be something entirely new that is just in the sky. You know, whereas like Zunisha can walk on land essentially, and then we have the sea kings that go underwater. We've been waiting, at least I've been waiting for something that is just in the sky. So I think that that's what this is. Chin said Sabo's fate equals Pagaya's fate. Yeah, I mean, if Pagaya can survive that, then Sabo's got this. Savage. Sabo's got this. Pagaya's, you know, Doriki was like 10, and he survived that. So Sabo's got, you know, a much higher Doriki. Yeah, they really just turned Lulucia into Alderaan, right? This is their Death Star. They really pulled up with the Death Star. That might be the intro for the for the analysis. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can that attack take out a Logia?
Another one.
You know, who knows? Who knows? I mean, you can't just take Sabo out that way, though. The story won't allow it. The narrative doesn't allow it. Movad Sadegi, member for 7 months, said, Bonney on ship, Luffy starves to death, Sanji simp. I don't think the bunny's on the ship, guys. I don't think so. Carl Newman, explosion has 16 rays. Okay, we counted. It's time for the number of the day. Celestials shot that man's child in Dofi's flashback 16 times. Oh, wait, hold on. I mean, we counted. Dofi used 16 holy bullets. Pin with more info in the scan zone. We may have to look at that. What is
Savage.
the relation to 16? Wait. The Ox Spell. How many times did Luffy hit the Ox Spell? Wasn't it 8 and then 8?
Savage.
Or do I have that number wrong? Chat, let me know.
Savage.
Oh, Ty got caught. Mango Mark said the nuke is giving me huge Rygo vibes. Yeah, I was calling the Eno vibes during the reaction. Not saying this is the Goro Goro no Mi. It's obviously much grander in scale, but there is certainly some parallel. I guess this may be how a real god does it. Yeah. Neswana said, member for 17 months, said Luffy rang the Ox Spell 16 times. There we go. Another one. We out here remembering things. We got the numbers on tap.
Another one.
My guy Conrad, member for 16 months, said best chapter since Gear 5, in my opinion. Goda does it again. It's still cross-skilled for me. 1058. 1058. That's my bias. That's my bias. But this is what I've been waiting for. This is an amazing chapter. And we're gonna reread it. We're gonna go into it. I need to go back to 990, 903 and 904 to really kind of look at Lulucia here. Let's see, I'm pulling this up now because I want to look at this. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. 903. Was it Komane in the submarine? Yep, it was. Yep, it was. So, if you go back to chapter 903, there is a submarine that is watching the ship from Dressrosa. They want to kidnap Viola and Rebecca, and they want to get the ransom for them. They already had Princess Komane. Kobe shows up, right? We just had Kobe last chapter, so Oda's tying this all together. He already had this all planned. And it was Helmeppo that went in and actually saved Komane, and she was just as aggressive there. Skewer them alive, set them all on fire, they'll pay for this. Punishment will be dealt, princess. Yeah. Spoiled brat. R.I.P. And then...
Another one.
It's like one of my favorite, if not my favorite chapter of all time. So of course I remember that. And then chapter 904, Lulucia, yeah. Pinkbeard showed up to there. So R.I.P. Moda too. This is savage. Oda really set it up so that we had an entire chapter focused on this island to know the people. Ace went there in the cover story, got the milk from Moda. The Revolutionary Army came in, gave them the power to rise up against everything. So that's actually probably what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Komane and her father, Seki, are trash. Right? The Revolutionary Army showed up in 904 and gave them the like the willpower and the strength to, once they got back from the reverie, to lock them up and then take over the island. Sabo, knowing that that country was already situated, you know, and set up by Belobetti, Karasu, Morley, and Lindbergh, went there. Helped them, like, just take the country for themselves. So these guys finally got their independence. They got their freedom. And then Imu destroys all of it. This is one of the most savage things Oda has ever done. I don't know how many people put it together. I had to remember exactly what was going on in 904 to understand why Seki and Komane were imprisoned in the first place. Because it was the people. I give the power back to you. The people. Oh my god. Oh wow. I'm just going through 904 again. Like, if you go back and you reread chapters 903 and 904, like, this just hits so much harder. Shout out to Ataketaro for joining the channel. Appreciate you. Lucy B said, so 16 beams destroyed Lulucia, like Dofi's 16 something attack. Also, do you see Imu crossing out Lulucia on the map beforehand? Yeah, I did notice that. We learned about the importance of 16 during the Oxbell thing, so it all kind of ties into that as well. Caleb Siberson said, Randy, what if what destroyed Lulucia also made the hole in Ennie's lobby? Yeah. You know, I was thinking, I was saying, like, why didn't they just do this to the Straw Hats, you know, when they called the Buster Call to Ennie's lobby? But at the same time, it's like, maybe that had been there at some point also. Something like that. Wow. And then the remnants of whatever was left on the island is what became Ennie's lobby? I don't know. Oh, man. Jose joined the channel. Appreciate you. Chrissy said something savage. What'd she say? I need to find this. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. I'm just catching up on the chat because I was like reading 903 or 904 again. It said Randy Sabo is shown not with Vivi. So that means Vivi may have gotten slapped on her own, or she is with Leo and Sai, which was the original theory. So it was either Leo and Sai, more stocks in Leo and Sai than with Sabo. And it was only recently that the stocks went up higher with Sabo. So oh, Emu stocks are through the roof. Does this mean Alabasta is destroyed because of Cobra asking questions? Nah, because Cobra wasn't on Alabasta when it was happening. But he may have gotten hit with that. Man, that'd be savage. Ugh, I don't want that for my man Cobra, but jeez. Yeah, He's got the Thanos right here. Harvision said also 908. This is the light being extinguished or being erased. No, not necessarily. This is a light being extinguished, but this isn't the light that they were referring to. Because he had Vivi's, like, he had Vivi's picture. So whatever it is, it relates to Vivi. Jeez. So now I'm thinking it may have been a situation where they're in the throne room. It's Emu, Sabo, Cobra, Vivi, who knows, maybe Pell and Chaka, you know, but Pell doesn't exist. Cobra gets zapped. He's done. Thanos.
No resurrections this time.
Vivi's next. Kuma's there too. If Kuma listens to Sabo, get her out of here. Slaps her somewhere. She's on her own. She's on her own adventure. Maybe an Elbaf, right? Vivi and Elbaf. This is absurd. But then how did Kuma get out of there?
Savage.
Bonney has to have some information for all of this. Bonney may be able to tell us where Vivi is. Ace2532 said either Vivi could be with Leo and Sai, Kuma slapped her away, or Emu actually does have her in captivity. Really hope that's not the case. Maybe one of those three options. I don't want Vivi to be captured. I really don't. Then again, I just saw something. I don't know if it was a... shout out the Prototype Virgo in the chat. My guy Fable is in here. Barrage said the world government could have probably put the blame for Lulucia destruction on Blackbeard, which could explain the bump in his bounty. Ooh. Oh yeah, so Aloha Josh said, or Vivi was the key to activating the thing. Now that I like, right? I don't want Vivi to be captured, but if it's that, then that fills the plot holes, right? It's not actually Emu that is Uranus, but it's Vivi. Vivi is the real royalty. We want Vivi to be an ancient weapon, right? But that would be so tragic, right? So he captures Vivi and then forces Vivi to use the ancient weapon. That would be like one of the most tragic things in One Piece. The person that wants to like help people and not have people die and, you know, unite the world and all of that would be responsible for the death of hundreds, if not thousands of people in this kingdom. That would be amazing. I don't know. She would be the conduit for it. And the reason that they couldn't use it, similar to how there wasn't a Poseidon for generations because Shirahoshi wasn't born yet, they needed Vivi. Maybe. That would fix a lot of things. I don't like it. But I also like it from a story perspective. From a story perspective, it's spicy. It's spicy. But because I love the character and I want them back with the Straw Hats, I'm torn. Torn. Just torn.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
But Sabo's really about to show up in a couple of chapters like this, though.
All that for a drop of blood.
Sabo's stocks are going to be so high. Wordy Omen said, what do you think of the map fruit theory? I mean, I don't know it. Is this something people have been talking about? Would explain the X on the map. Pretty sure it happened to God Valley too. Also explains why the red line seems so unnatural. Stay savage. So people are suggesting that he has a map fruit that wherever he touches on a map, like he can cross it out or something like that. I mean, it's kind of One Piece. It's kind of a little too OP for OP, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe. Boy, oh boy. Catching up. Oh. Saeed Abdo said the wordplay for 16 is emu in Japanese. Now that's something right there. That's something right there. Mir says that he thinks I missed a page. How the hell did I miss a page?
Another one.
That guy Ty said read Vern's chat. Did I miss a chat from Vern?
Savage.
The chat's like flowing today. Let's see. Was it a super or here? Let's see. Vern said, Randy, do you think that Luffy telling the crew his dream confirms that this is the final lineup of the Straw Hats? If so, is Vivi for Straw Hat in the mud? No. It's never in the mud. No. You know, I can't agree with that. Never that. Never in the mud. But speaking of mud, Caribou is there. All right. And then he's about to also find out what happened at the Reverie via Bonney. This dude is just in the right place at the right time all the time. Every time. All times. R.I.P. Moda. You know. Chad Ocho said that power has to be tied to the allied world government kingdoms. That's why it can't just nuke Kamabaka or Ohara. Seki knew a huge threat was penalty for rebellion. So you think it's like a bunch of kingdoms have to turn a key in order for that to happen? I don't think so. I think he's got all the power himself. I think that's him. I think that's all Emu. But there may have been something that he needed. That's why, like, the Vivi thing I like, but I don't like it. Virgo's spitting. What's Virgo saying? Montag451 said, what if the government wanted Bonney captured so she could age up the Seraphim? Yeah. Well, we talked about this in the analysis. It takes 5 years, and a little bit in the stream. 5 years to get a clone to age 20. So there's a possibility for that. There's a possibility for that, right? If they just started the process 2 years ago, they would be roughly about, or 2, maybe 3 years ago. They'd be about the age that we see them at now. Aaron C said, do you think Vivi was slapped to Elbaf? I mean, I have a whole video suggesting why that makes sense. Let's see what Virgo's been saying. Running back to find Virgo's stuff. Kaido got locked up 16 times. Didn't Big Mom have 16 husbands? Virgo said he read the chapter 16 times. 1060 minus 1044 is 16. Oh, easy. Oh, I mean, this is reaching Black Dynamite in the when they're all eaten levels right now. Mars Candy Company. Maybe that needs to be the intro.
Savage.
43 husbands. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be 16, yeah. Let's see. Oda out here turning us all into numerologists. We'll never reach his levels. This chat has gone full Charlie Day with the conspiracy board. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Pepe Sylvia. Oh, it was him the whole time.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Thanks, Big Shaq. Mr. Fan09 said, you reckon we might get Luffy's dream via Caribou snitching? But it's wrong as he misheard from being muffled in the barrel. Oda would never do that. At this point, he would never let a character like Caribou tell us the dream. We could hear it from Sabo or Shanks. Or we could hear it from someone like Nami telling Vivi, but we would never hear it from Caribou. If Oda was going to say what the dream was, he would probably move away just like he does all the time. But Caribou hearing it may be useful later on if Caribou has any sort of good bone in his body. Like, he betrays the Straw Hats, but then remembers the dream and then decides to, like, unbetray them. You know, like, there's ways to, like, there's ways to do it. There's ways to make it happen. Yeah. You know what today is, people? September 16th. Oh, man. Joseph Colon said, don't know what this could amount to, but 16 is the number for wholeness, as well as the tarot number for the Tower card. The Tower! Yeah. That's an inside joke with some of my friends.
Savage.
About 10 years ago, I played a game of, like, I don't know, was it Call of Duty 2 or 3 with a buddy of mine, Remy D Gaming. He's got a YouTube channel where he does some gaming. And we were playing against like this little kid, and every time we killed him, he was just, I was like, I don't know, someone, I think it was like sniping from a tower, and he'd just be like, he's in a tower, tower. That's what the kid sounded like. So now anytime I see the word tower, I just remember this kid from 10 years ago, like, tower. So, and it was also back when you could, when you died, they could hear you for like 10 seconds. So to be a troll, me and my buddy were just like, every time we died, so the kid would hear it, be like, so he heard himself. Man, Ty, my guy Ty. W's in the chat from my man. Said Virgo keenly pointed out that today is September 16th. Oda thinks he's slick. He thinks he's slick. He's like, I know these dudes get a hold of these scans. This chapter may be coming out on like the 18th or the 19th, but I know they're gonna have it on the 16th. So I'm gonna hit them with all 16 shots on the 16th. We're here. Isopod said the most shocking development was Chopper having a hat on his hat now. Are we triple hatting? Are we triple hatting? Amigasa Chopper is now my favorite Chopper, by the way. Just, I gotta, you know. Chat is delayed by 16 seconds. Ooh, man, we were just... God. Everything. The number 16! The number 16! It's the number 16! We're galaxy braining, people. We're galaxy braining. What do I think the dream is? World peace. One Piece. P-E-A-C-E. Raftail ended up being Laugh-tail, right? So peace is going to end up being a play on the word peace. That's been my theory for years. One Piece. P-E-A-C. Unite the world. Never changed. Jigga J said, when I think of Winter Island, I think of the place that Ace met Shanks. I don't know if was Ace in the New World, though? Maybe the Hito no Mi's Chopper and Luffy get some Shanks treatment. What do you mean by Shanks treatment? What do you mean by that? Appreciate the sub, LDN. We in here. Come with me if you want to live. Still got over 1,000 people in here. Consistent. We hear.
Come with me if you want to live.
Savage.
Aloha Josh said, I still think Elbaf is the next destination because winter signifies Ragnarok. Doom of the Gods in Old Norse. Yes, very, very, very aware of Ragnarok. And it is said that giants and demons around the world come together to attack the gods. We got a lot of demons on the crew. We got the god of hell, demon child. We have Brooke, who was hailed as the literal devil. Elbaf could be next. I mean, like, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I wanted Luffy to visit Ace's grave, but I mean, if we don't need to,
Another
right now, you know, I mean, as long as he does it by the end of the series, like, if it's not now, like, hey, I'm gonna do it, then it's going to be at the end of the series. He goes over to Ace and he says, "I did it." You know, and maybe that's what Oda wants to do. Maybe that's the more impactful thing. Him telling Ace that he did it rather than he's going to do it. Because he's already told Ace he's going to do it. So maybe that's where he's going with it.
Savage.
Yo. Lucy B with the 16 euros and 16 cents said, I really liked the quality time with the Straw Hats in the chapter. I loved it too. It's what we needed. What we needed. You know, just time on the sunny with the Straw Hats. No scabbards. I would say no tag-alongs, but we do have Caribou there, and now we have Bonney. But, you know, this is how we move the story along. All right? And either way...
This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Sensational.
I'm here for it. Kidlet said the 16 tarot cards is the tower card. Look at the meaning matches this chapter well. I did a whole video on the tower card. Because the tower card was very representative. I mean, it was literally the name of a chapter that, you know, of the chapter where Hawkins got, you know, treated like the bum that he is by Captain Killer. So check that video out, because I went through a whole tarot deep dive, went into everything about it and what each card means, what each card that Hawkins pulled, you know, represents, and all of that. Big deep dive. Shout out to Chrissy and Very Motivated also for the, you know, the info on the tarot cards. Barry said 9/16 is Mexican Independence Day. Luffy is coming to share his dream with all of Mexico. Hey, we're here. We're here for it. Sorbet Kingdom next, said Chin. That would be, I would actually be very interested in that. Wow. I never thought of that. The Sorbet Kingdom. What if Kuma slapped Bonney? Because, I mean, obviously, Kuma had to have slapped Bonney, right? I mean, I think we're all in agreement here that Kuma slapped Bonney. But where would Kuma slap Bonney? The Sorbet Kingdom, right? But Imu used Uranus, which may have created this thing, and then Bonney got caught in it as she was flying via Kuma towards Sorbet. Is Lulucia near Sorbet to where this is all... Oh, that's what happened. We're going to Sorbet. Chin's right. I think Chin's right. I think we're going to Sorbet. We're going to get the Kuma backstory. Bonnie's going to be important. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, boy. Next island, Sorbet Kingdom. Oh. And even Sorbet sounds like it would be a, you know, a winter island. Guys, it's Sorbet. Like, if I sat here and, like, actually, like, thought about the reasoning for Bonney being here, and, like, I likely would have came to this conclusion first, but Chin, I mean, I would have, not first, I would have gotten to it on my own, but Chin bringing it up is right 100%. Shout out to Chin. It's, all my stocks, I'm moving my stocks to Sorbet. I'm pulling out a Sphinx, and I'm betting on Sorbet. Because I mean, that's all that makes sense. Like, why was she in this eddy unless she was flying through the air on a Kuma slap and then got caught inside of it?
Savage.
But also, how is she alive? Wait, does the timeline work for that, though? Does the timeline work for that? Because Akuma Slap is only 2 days. No, that she couldn't have been in Akuma Slap. She couldn't have been in Akuma Slap. This has to be something... I don't know. It takes days, though, yeah, but 2 days. It takes 2 days, and everything with the Reverie was like 2 weeks ago now. Forget it. It's not sorbet. I'm glad I didn't move my stocks yet. Jonathan RK said that sorbet is in the South Blue. All right. And Lulucia is in Paradise. Ah, interesting.
Savage.
This is all good information. Titus said, with Luffy talking about his dream, then getting Emu, could he want to be king of the world in some kind of silly Luffy way? I don't know if it's king of the world. I think he wants to just have everybody be as free as he is. That's just it. Like, he doesn't want to have anybody like worry about things. Because it's just how he moves through life, you know? So, RIP Sorbet Kingdom theory here. Sorbet's in the South Blue. We're not in the South Blue. We're in the New World. Noah, Super Chat, said, Morge pointed out Bonnie's arrival is similar to Robin showing up after Alabasta. Vivi and Yamato being the princess with joining not fake out. A surprise second party shows up on the boat after they left the island. Yeah, but you know what? That's every arc. I mean, you know, to a point, to a certain degree. You know, I mean, you could argue that that's, you know, what happened to Kami after Thriller Bark as well. Not necessarily with the, you know, princess not joining fake out, but at the same time, like,
Savage.
someone usually, like, comes onto the ship or they meet someone and that's how they get to the next island. So, you know, it's like we leave Long Ring Longland, we run into Kokoro, right? And then Kokoro becomes, and Chimney and Ganbei become our, like, stowaways for that entire saga. Then we go to Thriller Bark, we meet Brook, you know, he stays with them and then he actually joins, but then right after that it's Kami and Hachan, and then we're with them through the archipelago. Like, this is Oda's pattern, generally. Like, we did Fishman Island, then after that, you know, Punk Hazard, we meet the Scabbards, but the Scabbards, you know, took us on this journey for 10 years. So it's I get where he's coming from, but it's also just Oda's pattern. And the other thing, too, is that Bonnie's not going to join the crew. So, just... Faraday Jacques said, what if the reason Blackbeard took Kobe was to lure out Garp for some reason we don't know yet? Also, it feels like we are going straight to the final war. Maybe. You know, I mean, we gotta see how things are going. But it could be something to lure Garp. I like the idea of more Garp in the story. I'd like Garp to save Kobe, you know, his real son, I guess. Ultimately, you know, like, Garp should be like a, you know, a sacrificial character at some point. Like, Garp should die before the end of the series, I think. Chrissy's brought it up a bunch of times. And I like the idea of it. Sun God Noel said, Lulucia, you can't see me. Yeah. Sabo was about to drop Emu's name, right? Give up the whole game. And then Emu was like, watch this. I wish I had that on the soundboard. I need to add that. Arturo said Oda's structuring the chapters like episodes now. In what way?
Savage.
Brandon King said there are traditionally 16 directions on a compass, rows on a map. Map confirmed. I don't know. I don't know about this map thing. Ooh. Bonney using her devil fruit on Brooke would be fire, said Fable. Hey. I like that. I like that. Could it get him his flesh back, though? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Savage.
Emil Diaz, member for 17 months. They could be near where Drake fought Scotch, Kaido's favorite island. That's a possibility. Possibility. But I have a feeling that that was in Paradise, though. Like, that just kind of makes... I don't... Because that would imply that Drake made it to the New World before, like, everybody else. Because that scene was right after Marineford. So were we seeing Drake, like, all the way in the New World right here? Because I mean, that's kind of crazy. VC Lion said, I don't know if you mentioned this, but the island that was destroyed was in the Ace Searching for Blackbeard cover story. Not only was it in the Ace Searching for Blackbeard cover story because Ace got his milk from Moda, it was also in chapter 904. The entire chapter took place on that kingdom, giving us an even further attachment to that island. And the princess, Komane, was in chapter 903, captured by pirates in a submarine that Helmeppo saved. You know, so. Hockey. I don't know a damn thing about hockey. Let me be clear. Let's see. Scotree said, if Luffy's dream is to unite the world in some way, it could be an interesting parallel with Eam. Both would want to unite the world. Eam is just trying to unite through oppressive rule instead of peace. I mean, that's generally how Oda sets up his villains. They want something that Luffy wants, but they're going about it the wrong way. You could point at any villain in the series, and you're going to find some sort of characteristic that is like the opposite of Luffy, or, you know, something like that. You know, like even Big Mom. You know, like Big Mom wanted to unite the world as well, but she was doing it with an oppressive, you know, rule and everything like that. There's so much. There's so much. Wordy Omen. This chapter also has the crew mocking Zoro, like after Alabasta. This seems more deliberate than Oda's pattern. Not saying new crew member, but still. It really did feel like that chapter. And I don't know if I said it during the reaction, but that's how I felt. You know, it felt like we just left Alabasta. And, yeah. It's like when, what was it, Luffy called Zoro Four Sword style? Like, that was his insult to him. What a great chapter. Young said this could have made the Ennie's lobby whole. We talked about that a little earlier. What if Brooke knows Bonney, said Kenneth. Oh. Might be onto something there. Because I do think that Bonnie's actual age is what we saw with Connie. And that Bonney is a... basically a fabricated character that she created to, like, escape, you know, just being noticed. And then became a pirate and got notoriety, which kind of goes against the idea of laying low. But hey, you know, like, you know, some people do it. Some people do it. Yep, Yonturyu, best insult for sure. I like the idea that what if Brooke knows Bonney? What if... I mean, this would be kind of crazy. I don't think so. Where is Brooke originally from? Is it the West Blue? Something like that? I don't know. Because, I mean, it would be crazy if he was, like... We know that he, like, was, like, a royal guard, essentially, for, like, some sort of a kingdom. It would be kind of crazy if it was Sorbet. But, didn't we just talk about how Sorbet is in the West Blue? What blue is Brooke from? Because there really might be a connection here between Brooke and Bonney. The... Jose said the flying thing the people of Lulucia see could be the same thing that sucked up Beige in 594. Yeah, but how did he get out of that? We still don't know anything about that. That's a good point. Good reminder about that. Brooke is from West Blue. Sorbet is South. Yeah. So I was right about Brooke being from West Blue, but... I mean, he could have been born in the West and then made his way to the South. I mean, it just... Depends on how Oda wants to go about it. Would be interesting, though. Unlike Usher, Emu wasn't ready for his confessions to be out. Oh, man. He had to let Lulucia burn, right? Ty said, damn it, I gotta go, y'all. Catch the VOD later, Savage Crew. Appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate you. Always. That's for Ty. We gotta hit these W's. For my guy, the GOAT. Abel's gotta go. Let's reread the chapter, guys. Let's reread this. I want to, think we can go deeper. We can go deeper. Still got about 1,000 people in here. We've connected a lot of dots here. Connected a lot of them. We may be able to connect more. All right. So, they know the news. I really love Zoro in this chapter. He put respect on Vivi's name. He's calming everybody down. Um, yeah, I'm just going through the chapter. I'm going through the chapter again, guys. I'm just trying to see some things here. Them making fun of him. Oh man. Anybody who just tuned in, this is second read through. But you know, like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. We do this every week. We're here. I really wish Robin did tell Luffy about Crocodile though. And like explain what the Cross Guild was to them. There are some other familiar names in here. Would you like to hear the news about them too? There's any, tell me if there's anything big to keep an eye on. That's kind of savage against Crocodile and everything. Like, Robin was just sitting there like, I don't need to tell you about him. He's nothing. That's my goat though. So I'm trying to trace the movement of the barrel here. So it's standing next to Zoro. Then it gets knocked over. And I love how Sanji also isn't holding back when he's like attacking Zoro. He's using Diable Jambe there. The barrel has rolled to the other side of the Sunny by the point that Robin is trying to, you know, talk to Luffy about Crocodile. Luffy moves on from the Vivi situation and the Cobra being dead pretty quickly. Lays on the ground, says that Sabo's innocent. We do move pretty quickly away from that Vivi stuff. I almost wonder if it would have made more sense to flip it. Him talking about his dream, then going into the Vivi stuff, and then transfer into the Sabo stuff a little more. But, I mean, the only reason he's talking about the dream is because of Sabo, so, I mean, it all lines up, but... I love Frankie's reaction. It's perfect. He's crying, he's laughing, he loves it. Usopp is shocked. Sanji loves it. Chopper, I think someone needs to check his head. We literally, Oda takes the time to show everybody's reaction to Luffy's dream. There's not a single missed person here. We got Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brook, Jinbei. Yeah, everybody's reaction. And we see the Sunny as well. Usopp the pessimist, cynic, saying no one can do that. Made Shanks cry. That's why Shanks will never be evil. He's got all his eggs in one basket. This basket. You gotta be Pirate King to make that possible. We gotta find the Poneglyph. Yep. Robin doesn't even have a clue where to look. That's interesting. So none of the poneglyphs up until this point have given her any idea where it could be. See, now the thing I'm kind of worried about now, though, is that Vivi might be captured. Only because they're relating it to Ace. Oh, man. Oda is drawing the parallels of Ace to Vivi. Oda is treating this situation exactly. He's having Zoro remember how he felt and what he was saying about Ace with Vivi. Which would imply that the parallel is on purpose. I don't want Vivi to be captured, but the parallels are here. Shout out to you Black Ninja for the super there with no words, but appreciate you. And Ace died, so what's going to happen to Vivi? The opposite. Vivi's not going to die. You can't do the same thing twice. So if Vivi is captured, we will save Vivi, because not losing again. So anyway, in my reread, I'm over here at Marineford McDonald's, Navy HQ, the McDonald's version. And see, when this gets animated, like, there really needs to be this fast, frenetic pace going on. Toei will never do that. But the whole point is, like, everybody needs to be yelling and people need to be running around and scrambling, and then, like, and then slow down when you get to, like, Emu a little bit, maybe. Lulucia, really now, I see. He's an unlucky man. Oh, this is fate. Another instance of fate being mentioned in the series. There's a lot of heavy fate going on. I've caused you all a lot of trouble. Wasn't the one who killed King Cobra. Could this be Sabo's plan? Could there be a plan here? Because he knows he's going to be tapped, right? And that he's giving incredible information out. But maybe he wants it to be tapped so that everybody else can hear it. I don't know, just trying to find every angle here. Shout out to Noble Zone. No words, no message, but a super chat. God of Thunder said, I'm overthinking it while coping. Let's wait and see. Copium and hopium, you know, mixes together really well. Spicy Kimchi E said this chapter has 16 pages, counting the double pages too, minus a color page. It's everywhere. The number 16. I saw something unbelievable. It's gotta get dark in those clouds. Something huge up there.
Savage.
Yeah. When Navy HQ gets word of this treason, you'll all be impaled. Yeah. So the people... Yeah. And the people are asking for them to confess to their crimes. They don't want to kill you, but Emu does. He doesn't care. Collateral damage, whatever. We see Emu's eyes, the ringed eyes simulating some sort of control. Happened in the throne room of Pangea Castle. Thought there was no king of the world. The empty throne wasn't empty, I saw. As far as the surveillance division is concerned, what is up there? A shadow? No one detected anything abnormal today. No information was intercepted. Country never existed. Wow. Just seeing this page again is so nuts. And seriously, some big, heavy, like... Skypiea vibes, you know, with an L. And also, I think this is Moda in the... So if you go to the page where it says Lulucia never existed, in the panel above Sabo, in the left corner, I think that's Moda. Because Moda had a headscarf like that and blonde hair, so that might be Moda there. There's a dog. We see Seki definitely die. I don't know how Sabo's getting out of this. This is insane. Castle's obliterated, the island's obliterated. Like, how does Sabo get out of this? Like, he's only going to have so much stamina if he turns into fire and then kind of, like, flies using his fire or something, but... Like, does he have Karasu's crows or something? Like, I don't know how Sabo gets... I don't know how Sabo gets out of this. I mean, Sabo obviously is going to, but how? This is insane. He's a Logi and that ain't hockey. Yeah, but I mean, like, Barry said the answer's plot. I know the answer's plot armor, but I still need the actual explanation beyond the plot armor. Like, yes, he's going to survive thanks to his plot armor, but like, is there a nearby island that he flies to? How does it... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hide Your Heart said Lulucia Kingdom was a target, not Sabo. Read the Gorsi part again. I mean, it's because of Sabo, though. I can't imagine that they were just going to, like, target Lulucia anyway. It's because the signal came through and they know that Sabo is about to talk to Dragon.
Savage.
Unless it is that. But I mean, but why? What? Yeah, no. This is all because of Sabo. You got to follow the line of thinking here. So it's we're at Marineford. They've pinpointed the transmission from Sabo. The Gorosei knows. We've traced his position. Where is he? Lulucia, right? So then the Gorosei says, Lulucia, oh boy, right? Imu then knows that that's where he is, right? And obviously, Imu knows who Sabo is because they had an interaction in the throne room. They've been waiting for Sabo to show himself so that Imu could do this. But they're either referring to Seki or Sabo here when they're saying, I see he's an unlucky man. No, this is fate. The world cannot know that Imu exists unless Seki was there too and saw it. That's the only way that this ties, even further to Lulucia. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mango Mark, yeah, exactly. I think the statement about being unlucky is about the king of Lulucia. Yeah, they're talking about Seki. Because they knew he had already lost his kingdom, and now that Sabo's there, they regret needing to kill him. Right, because he's a loyal follower of the world government. Like, he pays his tributes, he pays his dues, he does his thing, right? He's down with the genocide. Elmedi said, Vivi's the ancient weapon. She's held captive by Imu and used to cleanse Lulucia. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. And I went through a long thing about
Savage.
How that would be wild. And also, if that's the case, another one for me for a very long time, because I've been saying Vivi's an ancient weapon. So, Naro Nora said, could Imu have destroyed Lulucia with the giant straw hat? Maybe, but I don't know. I think it's literally a Sky King that is controlled. So, something like that. But then again, like, Vivi, you can't tell me any different. Vivi made the rain in Alabasta. So, if Vivi's got something to do with the sky and everything already, then it just ties in. Enter a name. Imu was wiping out the rebelling countries. Sabo happened to be there at the same time. They were blasting it away. No, I think it's specifically that they've been waiting for Sabo to show himself and that they're getting rid of that particular nation. I don't think they're worried about anything else. They're worried about the guy who knows that Imu exists. Chris said, what do you think Smoker's doing right now? As much as Oda likes to hype Kobe, he can't replace Smoker, at least for me. Smoker might be on that ship that we saw in the last chapter heading to Egghead.
Savage.
And we know that he was with Vegapunk, so there has to be some sort of tie to Vegapunk with Smoker and everything like that, so we need some information there. I'd love to see Smoker's reaction to the Seraphim and what he thinks of it, because he may not be down. God of Thunder said it's possible that Sabo's on the vicinity of Lulucia, like really close to the island, but not directly on the island. And I think he planned this, but didn't anticipate Imu's retaliation. I don't think anybody anticipated what happened to Lulucia. That was on Lulucia. Noble Zone said, hey Randy, can you speak on the possibility of Law being Blackbeard's 10th Titanic captain? Law was the only worst generation other than Luffy to show up at Marineford around the same time as Blackbeard. So I don't think that Law is the 10th Titanic captain. I think that Oda is trying to draw a connection between Law and Blackbeard, which I haven't gotten the video out yet, but I do have a Rocky Port video that has already been shot and partially edited, going into Wangzhi. It's not Wangxi, you don't pronounce the I, Wangzhi, and Blackbeard's involvement. There's some possibilities there and everything like that. It would be a good twist for the story, and I'd be okay with it. But I'm still Team Law's sword. So, and the reason, and I think there's just as much justification for saying that Law showed up at Marineford because of Blackbeard as there is Law showed up at Marineford because of Garp and Kobe, right? And one of the key things there too is that when Kobe is about to get killed by Akainu before Shanks shows up, we get shown 6 different people, and they're all top tiers, and they're all reacting to Kobe. But one of the people who's most shocked is Law, all the way from his submarine, and almost as if he's worried about Kobe. So I've always drawn this connection between Law and Kobe rather than Law and Blackbeard. Direct said, I give up. That 13th Straw Hat theory based on that cover page with Nekomamushi, Sunny, and the 13 Cats was wrong. The cover page meant nothing in the end. Yeah, I mean, there were some that were obvious, but I don't think that, we're going to get Vivi and Carver back at some point, though. After the dog, John Wick would like to know your location. I kind of thought about that. Yeah, Emu killed the dog, man. I mean, that's the one way to get a lot of people to hate Emu, right? Oda knew what he was doing, putting that dog in a panel on his own. He knew. But, the key thing here is that we now know probably what happened in the, the Void Century. This is probably what happened to the Ancient Kingdom. That's just... Definitely. Oh, true. Kuma probably could have slapped himself. Yeah. He just slapped himself to Kamabaka. So he slaps Vivi away, slaps Sabo away, and then slaps himself. Third Eye Guy said, if the thing that attacked Beige in 594 isn't a one-off example of how wild the New World is, then the thing looks like it has thrusters or cannons that would easily make up the 16 rays. Though I love the tie-in between it raining in Alabasta and this phenomenon. Yeah. Alexander Massaro said the Gorosei knew the island would disappear before they located Sabo. No. Because they find out that he's at Lulucia, and then they know what's going to happen because they know how Emu reacts to these types of situations. Tin thinks that Bonnie's going to reveal who Emu is to the Straw Hat crew. Probably. There's a possibility for that. Bonney and Zoro know each other from Sabo and Vivi, right? Yeah, she saved him from killing Charlos. Yeah. I think that Chrissy's gonna love 1061. Bonney and Zoro together, two of her favorite characters. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I mean, and that's definitely what we're getting in 1061. We're gonna get some information from Bonney. Continuing the reread of the chapter. For anybody just joining, we read the chapter a while ago. We're going through it again, as we do. As we do. A full day, a few days later. So we're like, we're at least 3 weeks away from the Reverie at this point. Verily, it's my. Is that my favorite part of the chapter? It might be. They just put verily in the thing. I don't know. Amigasa Chopper. Bugsby said, "What if the Straw Hats are going to the island that Robin was sent to during the time skip? Except instead of the bridge, it's the island they were building too. We saw Router sail under that bridge." Well, I like the idea. I mean, she wasn't in the New World, or I don't even know if she was still in the Grand Line. But I like the idea of it being an island that they were building towards. But
Savage.
I don't know. Chopper better keep this Amigasa hat for like the entire arc, though. If Luffy worked on a film set, he would be a grip. My man's out here in the dead of winter with his shorts on as usual. Let's see. Chopper is so certified. This is the most certified Chopper has ever been. Oh yeah, I meant to do this. I need to Google what an eddy is. Eddy storm. So it's a hurricane with a large eye. An ocean eddy. Looks like when a hurricane loops around. Eddy current, a localized electric current induced by a conductor by a varying magnetic field. Well, that doesn't sound like the curse of a... An eddy is a circular current of water. Okay, what we visually see here. An eddy is a whirlpool, what you stare at as a kid when the water is draining out of the bathtub. This word means to swirl in a direction opposite of the current. Okay. Eddies form only when the flow around an obstacle reaches critical velocity. They represent a flow of fluid into the space behind the obstacle. And this inflow begins only when the general flow is fast enough to produce a lowered pressure there. When the wind encounters a solid object, a whirl of air called an eddy forms off the leeward side of the object. Seems like there's a lot of different types of eddies. All right. Loggy Doggy said the snow island that was there has been destroyed by Emu for rebelling, leaving behind only the eddy and the unique climate zone. See Nami's dialogue. Maybe. And perhaps it's where Bonney was being sent to. She's just been floating around inside of this for like 3 weeks because the island isn't there anymore, and that's all that remains. Rapid temperature change is different. We've got to run Jinbei will be swallowed up. To me. Alright, so Jinbei's doing that helmsman thing. So he's trapped in the water. Could Bonney have really survived being in water for this amount of time? Because that's kind of crazy. Like, how's she not drowning? Definitely hear a lady in distress through a body of water. I mean, that's his observation, Hockey Nami, yeah. It's serious. Zoro cuts it. Chopper gets sucked in. Luffy grabs him. Luffy goes with Chopper. Bonney gets spit out. Loggy's saying she was in the Kuma Paw. So perhaps she was in some sort of a protective layer. I could see that. And then that's what she's been floating around inside of the eddy for 3 weeks in the Kuma Paw because there was nothing to hit. Because the island was already destroyed. So the Kuma Paw didn't know what to do, and it just sort of circled around in this. Maybe. But then it would imply that the conversation that we're seeing between Sabo and Dragon may not just be a few days ago, it may actually be for that. I don't know. But W's in the chat for Abdullah. Big W's. Big dubs.
Lavish bracket, in a lavish bracket. Gotta have it. Racks, I gotta have it. Peep my
Shout out to my
fabric.
guy
Do
Abdullah.
you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
Boom. W's won't play again. I was trying to get the W's to go again. So my man said, I think the next island is Vera, where they will find the last poneglyph. Meet Vivi to rejoin the crew. Speaking my language, my friend. Speaking my language. Heavily. Said, Bonnie's already with them. We just need Sabo, Vegapunk. So it'll be a revolutionary or revolution and tech arc. Maybe Luffy finally meeting Dragon, and Eam trying to blow the island with the object that ended Lulucia just for Nika to destroy it. Well. Do we know where Vera is? Like, is it in the New World? Where on the map, where geography-wise is Vera? Because I kind of felt like Vera... Isn't it in the blues? Or do we not know where Vera is? Because if it's Vera... I mean, look, I'm totally fine with it being Vera, right? Definitely need Vivi to rejoin the crew. We've got Bonney. Sabo's technically in paradise right now. So for him to get to Luffy is going to require him making his way back to Kamabaka and having Kuma slap him to him. Like, I mean, I just don't... I don't know if we're going to get Sabo in whatever this next arc is, because he's too far away geographically. Now, Vegapunk, we're getting closer to Vegapunk for sure. We're definitely getting closer to Vegapunk. And I'm totally cool with a tech arc, especially after, you know, like, I want the resolution of Sanji noticing that Queen had a, like, rechargeable laser, and then talking about how Frankie would love to have that. Not having the resolution to that, and not having Frankie get that, or we'll just get a flashback to him finding Queen's, blueprints or something like that. We need something like that, especially if we're going to go up against the Seraphims. Like, Frankie can't be out here needing cola going against the Seraphim. He can't. He needs the power of the sun in his body. And Vegapunk's got that. So maybe we find the island where they were building the Seraphims. We find the clones. We learn about the Seraphims that way. How about that? Like, we just see what Sanji saw in 840 with all the clones, right? But we see, like, oh, there's a boa, there's a Hancock, there's a crocodile, there's that, and And then we're able to destroy that so that there really is only the seraphims that they let out, right? The test ones. So there may just be like 7, 10 of them or whatever, but there could be like 100 on this island. We blow it up. Or because Luffy and the gang are there, Emu blows it up. Collateral damage, you know, $90 million down the drain, some like, you know, Warner Brothers vibes. And I would love that. I don't know if Luffy's gonna meet Dragon until we're like really in the final war. And it's, you know, when Luffy meets Dragon, it's totally gonna be a situation where he's just like, oh, you're my dad? Cool, I gotta go handle this. Bye. Yeah. Marco said this is Ty R2 Will that entered the chat. Mr. Fan09 said there was a plop when Chopper and Luffy hit the eddy. Could have been the paw popping to release Bonney. I'm totally on this. Bonney was like trapped in a paw thing right now. Because my whole thing was, I mean, the plop really is more like being shot out of the water, but I would buy that. I'd buy that for $1. If Bonney was still in the Kuma bubble of it all, I would buy that.
Savage.
A says Bonney might be a Hito Hito no Mi. Wondering why Chopper and Luffy fly next to Bonney. I mean, maybe. Is Vegapunk confirmed good? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think he might be like chaotic neutral, where he doesn't care as long as they give him the money to go ahead and do things. But it was also said that, you know, like he was arrested and like things like that. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look good for him to be good, because when you take into consideration that Judge, not really that good. Caesar, not really that good. Queen, definitely not good. Like, I mean, and Vegapunk, they're all working together. I'd prefer Vegapunk to be a bad guy, to be honest. Straw Hat 19 said Weevil equals Whitebeard Seraphim failed attempt. Yeah, we talked about that last week. I do like that idea. 'Cause technically he would be like kind of the son of Whitebeard, but not. And then it's like he was like stitched together because he was like just a Frankenstein of Whitebeard. Kevin Lucina said, what if world government was just destroying all 8 nations that rebelled and Bonney may have been in one of those? Nami says that they were getting close to an island. Yeah, and there's no island, so. Loggy was talking about that earlier, yeah. Just like 10 minutes ago. SK said, not sure if this was mentioned already, but in the Bible there are a total of 16 different kings that are named. Emu may be the 16th king. I mean, Oda draws from everything. Draws from everything. Stealth Black said, gotta go. Love the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. How many people do we still have in here? Let's check. We've been going a while. We've been going for About 2 hours? Is that right? Are we already at the 2-hour mark? I almost thought we were actually a little bit beyond it. Okay, yeah. I needed to refresh here. 234. We still have 700 people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. We in here. We in here. We still talking about everything. Well past 2 hours. I needed to refresh the page. I did start late. I know. All right. Corey said, "What if it wasn't Emu who destroyed the country that Sabo was in? What if it was Dragon who sent it because Kuma told him the truth that Sabo did kill the king and he was lying?" Explains Dragon's serious expression. Ooh. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. It being Dragon. I want to look back at that and see. Bash said the chapter states that Lulucia is in the New World, not Paradise. Really? Everybody was saying that Lulucia was in Paradise. But I also thought that it was in the New World. Let's see. Big. Yeah, it literally says in the chapter that Lulucia is in the New World. Does it say in, like, let me see, all right, hold on. Going back to 904 real quick. Ugh. Is Oda doing a retcon? Because, guys, literally, if you go to chapter 904 where we saw Lulucia, it says that Lulucia is in the Grand Line. But in this chapter, it says it's in the New World. Are we retconning where the geography here? Like, I'm so serious, guys. Like, I just went back to 904, and it says that Lulucia is in Paradise. But in this chapter, it says Lulucia is in the New World. Oda messed up. Somebody messed up. Was it TCB, or is it Oda? What's the Raw say? We need to figure this out now. Because that changes what could or could not happen to Sabo. I know the Grand Line encompasses both, but at the same time, I mean, like, when you say the Grand Line, it kind of implies, in my eyes, Paradise. The first half. "904 didn't say it. I'm looking at 904 right now. The Raw says New World. Yeah. In 904, after Sabo says, we're going to declare war against the Celestial Dragons, it cuts to the Pinkbeard page. And it says, Port Town, Lulucia, Kingdom, Grand Line. Okay, now I guess the Grand Line, I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be both, but at the same time, it still implies to me, when I see Grand Line, I think Paradise, rather than, you know, because I feel like if it's the New World, Oda generally says New World to give us the distinction, like in this chapter he did. So, I don't know. And also on this page, why is there Blackbeard's flag? I work for the operator of Blackbeard, Emperor of the Sea, and I've taken on the name of Pinkbeard. Oh, that's right, because Pinkbeard was basically like a vessel for Blackbeard. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. So this could... Now, earlier someone was saying that Blackbeard may have gotten blamed for this, and that's what, you know, rose his bounty. And I mean, I like that idea, but we should have gotten this chapter before the last chapter for that to work out. But technically, Blackbeard has attacked Lulucia via Pinkbeard. But this guy's got to be like a low-level guy for Pinkbeard, for Blackbeard. I mean, the guy only has a 52 million berry bounty and got fodderized by Moda. So, I don't know. Vash said the princess was the one that Kobe saved. Actually, the one that Helmeppo saved. And I called that out right in the reaction. I didn't need anybody to remind me about that. I love Chapter 903. I remember that. Roz can be wrong according to Zoro's bounty. This is true. This is true. Pinkbeard is the 10th Titanic captain. Yeah. Oh man. These three chapters have been so great for, like, I mean, 1058 was just pure hype, right? Not, you know, I mean, enough to kind of start thinking about things and everything like that. But the last two chapters have been like, okay, let's really start putting things together now. This stuff is, it's crazy. So probably implied that
Savage.
Lulucia Kingdom, the people turned in the bounty for Pinkbeard, got some money off of that, stocked up a little bit of weapons. When Seki came back, they were like, nah, bruh. This is... I'm the captain now, right? They said, call us anytime, and, you know, we'll be close behind to help. Is that what happened? Is that why Sabo showed up? But Sabo wasn't the one to, you know, do all of that. Or did Kuma just slap him there? How did Sabo get to Lulucia, and why would he go there? Oh, man. Oda, always a little bit of a crumb, mostly more questions. But, yeah. I need to, like, really analyze 904 again. I gotta... because I feel like there's definitely, if there's anything, there's keys in there. There's keys in there. Direct the Dreg said, here's a plot hole though. Anyone told Hancock that the past two empresses died from love sickness? However, Shaki's doing just fine. Credit to Tekking. Not necessarily. Oda has had characters lie before. So it's...
Savage.
It may be a situation where, like, Shaki fell in love with Rayleigh, right? Left the island. And in order to dissuade the other women of Amazon Lily to, you know, want more, to go on their own journey, to find a man, they basically just said, yeah, Shaki died. You know, it's mourn her, everything. She's not coming back. That's it. And then they don't think like, oh, I need a man. You know, I mean, like that's, I think that's probably the reasoning that Oda's going to go around with it. Phantom Greyfire said, R.I.P. Moda. Everyone drink a glass of milk to pay respects. Yeah. Yes. Milk Moda, RIP, packed up. Someone from the pre-time skip era. Pre-time skip era. Hung out with Ace. Now hung out with Sabo. Don't hang out with a brother of Luffy if you're from Lulucia, because this is what happens. Let's see. Vash said Kobe then met with the New World princesses during that. If this proves that Lulucia is in the New World, no retcon. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because the Dressrosa ship is in the New World and would be coming from there. So if Lulucia, you know, was somewhere in the vicinity of that in the New World as well, then that makes sense, right? Because they're not going to take someone from Lulucia, which is in paradise, you know, through Fishman Island back out to the New World and everything just to go back, you know, to the river. Yeah. Lulucia is in the New World. Yeah. Yeah. Lulucia is in the New World. Sabo may have stowed away on the Lulucia ship. That's a possibility. He managed to get away, hit on the ship, and then he just, you know, popped out at Lulucia. Look at all those milks in the chat. I'm seeing them now. I didn't even know there was a milk emoji. Chris said, it's criminal to have this packed a newspaper and not show us Dofi laughing maniacally and impel down while reading it. I hope Oda has him in the next 2 chapters. Oh, he's got to. He's got to. We also need an explanation of what Dofi was talking about. You know, who was coming to kill him? Like, what was that all about? So, confirmed, Lulucia is the New World. Sabo's in the New World. We could still have Sabo and Luffy reunite. Comrade said, gotta dip, watch the latest Rings of Power episode. Thanks for stream rating in chat. Was a real good one. Yeah. This one is sensational. Phenomenal. We'll probably wrap things up relatively soon. I want to catch up on the chat a little bit, see if there's anything else that people want to talk about. But we've already been going for like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Tend to try to keep these things to 2 hours, but I mean, the last couple of chapters have been so insane. We've been, you know, rounding around 3. Chin said, but Randy, in Sky P had no one died, so maybe no one died in Lulucia. Probably. I'm gonna see if there's any super chats that I may have missed while I was reading. I didn't go back to do that to see if there was some like early ones. There probably are. And whoever super them probably isn't even in the stream anymore, but we're still going to read them. We read them all. Let's see. Perona at the beginning said a donation for new Wi-Fi. The loner said throwing my ticket in for a Theory for Theory appearance. Digman 14 said in all caps Uranus. JP Legend said, do you think the log pose goes crazy because it's supposed to point to an island that was destroyed? Nami's dream impossible with all these islands missing. Ooh, that kind of that hits. That hits. That hits. I'm gonna. Did we see the log pose going crazy? Is that something that I missed? I'm gonna go back and look for that. Specifically look at these Nami panels. So we got Nami crying, Nami. No log pose. At no point do we see the log pose. Is there mention of the log pose going around? No mention about the log pose. But I would love to see something about the log pose, you know. Farah said, this chapter explains why God Valley can't even be found on the map. Emu wiped it out. Whew. Yeah. And possibly the Ancient Kingdom as well, and plenty of other kingdoms. Then Caleb said, can we get much higher? So high. Oh, God. Let the throne wars begin. Nick Ant Snipe said nothing happened, more like nothing ever existed. Did I read this one from Brandon? He said Emu's weapon is the sacred treasure Dofi knew about. Struck Lulucia with 16 beams, 16 holy bullets, like Dofi's final attack. I think I did read that one, because we did talk about that, and Nick Ant Snipe also said something about it as well. Is this the treasure of the Holy Land? Uranus, maybe, or Emu's devil fruit, water fruit that can create hydrogen bombs. Oh, yeah, I missed that, but I did talk about the idea of the water fruit maybe doing something, you know, being a part of it, but well, I actually did miss a bunch of stuff at the beginning. My bad, guys. Emu's two characters in Japanese combined spell out Buddha. In Wukong's story, Buddha smashed him beneath the palm of his hand, size of a mountain. Interesting. I don't know how it applies to this particular chapter, but it may apply later on. Nick Can't Snipe again said, assuming this is what would happen to God Valley, maybe that's why Zo always needs to be mobile so Emu can't destroy it. Seems to cross off the map. I love that. I love that. I love that. Because yeah.
I kind of like that. I offer it to you, I give it to you, and see how it'll come back.
One of the reasons why I love that is because then the order that Zo was given was to protect Zo, not to punish Zo. That's an interesting thought. I like that. Dizza telling Chrissy to check my blood pressure while I was reading. Bunny Beast said cold climate, heading for Sorbet Kingdom, perhaps. Bunny Beast actually beat Chin to it, according to this, probably. But we did learn that Sorbet, well, we were reminded Sorbet was in the South Blue, not in the New World, unfortunately. Would have been great. Would have been fantastic. Then Dizza told Mars to go check Chrissy's blood pressure. Oh, God. Tay the Sniper said, what if instead of exploding, it's absorbing the island? It's just getting noped. Take a look at the panel to see if even absorption is a possibility. So it sends like a tractor beam and like sucks it all up. I mean, that would be an interesting way for Oda to continue not killing people. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want that. Aloha Josh said, if you look at the Gorosei conversation and Reverie about Great Cleansing, I don't think they care about the reputation anymore. At least to a degree. That's why they're now whipping out Uranus. Yeah. Because a great cleansing, a grand cleansing is like, we're going to cleanse all of it. Which implies that they probably have already done this. Like, we've talked about it. You don't just randomly decide to do a great cleansing. Like, they talked about it as if it had already happened. This is stuff that's already happened. Everybody's getting too smart again. It's like they gotta wipe the slate clean once more and start fresh. Very Motivated said, isn't Triple Hat Chopper just called Hat Trick Chopper? Forgive my lack of hockey knowledge. I'm from South Texas. Now I know why Ty was talking about hockey earlier. That must have been around that time. Let's see. Think I'm caught up now? Yeah, I think I've read all the chats now. So if I did miss one, I'm sorry, guys. The narrative needs that Lulucia pack. Yeah, definitely needs the pack. Get those Zoropacks in the chat for Lulucia, for Moda, for the dog, for Seki, for Komane, maybe for Sabo, probably not though. It's a lot of packs. I want to see a whole ton of packs. We're gonna start wrapping the stream up. We need to have the Zoropacks in the chat. Saeed Ando said, read the conversation between Sabo and Lindbergh. 904. Lindbergh says they're nearby Kamabaka, and Kamabaka's in paradise. Yeah. Here come the packs. Live chat for commemoration. Giovanni said no pack for Seki. All right, fine. The pack's not for Seki. This is where we are. Pack time. All right. Love to see it. They're floating in. There's a lot of death in this chapter. Okay. Allegedly. Allegedly, there was a lot of death in this chapter. Allegedly, there was a genocide. So we've got the Zoropacks right there. Bye-bye, Lulucia. Never existed. The island with no name. I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never heard of this. There was an island? Who was on it? I don't know those people. Let's see here. Let's see. Now, Sabo and Lindbergh in 904. Let's see. Lindbergh speaking, Sabo, there's trouble nearby. Do you mind waiting a bit longer? So it implies that he's close. But that really wouldn't be close. Saeed, have you looked at the raw for that as well? Like, does he actually say, like, hey, we are close. We are nearby. I mean, like, that's the way it was translated, but, you know. Could there be another translation where he's saying we're caught up with something? I don't know. Caleb Brown said, Randy, rank the last 3 chapters. 1058, number 1. Then... It's so hard. So, I mean, I know that 1058 is still on top for me. I think it's this one. And then it's 1059. I think that might be it. And we don't have a break? Oh, we eating. Oda's about to go 4 for 4. Yeah, Krish, I read that and mentioned that earlier about Dofi. Let's see. Manuel's dropping some Greek lore in the chat that is tying Vivi as the Rainmaker, or that at least Uranus is the Rainmaker. And I mean, it certainly made it rain today. Yeah. If Law is any sort of betrayal, be it Sword or Blackbeard, I might have trust issues for life. We'll get ready, because it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. 3 go-to chapters in the... what does Jeff Goldblum rate the chapter?
10 Goldblums out of possible 10 Goldblums. Once again, very good. Anyway, very, very good. That gets 10 Goldblums out of a possible 10 Goldblums. That's my highest rating.
So, I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm gonna like really dive deep into 904. We're gonna have a packed analysis. You know, we're gonna break it all down. We broke it down here, but we're gonna get higher. We're gonna get further. I'm gonna work towards finishing the Wangji and Rocky Port video, which is also going to tie into Laws and Sword and Blackbeard and Kobe and, you know, all of that. I have ideas. Man. Love this.
Yeah, it's a comic twist. It's a good, relevant and important twist and cultural and.
This is phenomenal. Peak fiction. We're here. Goda's back. Drop the Godas in the chat and we're out. All right. Thanks everybody. I'll see everybody in the analysis. I'll see everybody in the Wanji video. And that is that. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate you all. There's the Godas. There they are. There we are. Boom. I'm gonna let them ride out a little bit. I'm gonna let those Godas fly. It's worthy. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's 3 for 3. Steph out here. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Can you ask an egg, how do you have your yolk? You can't. Either man's got the yolk or man ain't got the yolk. Man's got the yolk.
Yeah. Later, guys.
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.